If you've ever held your hand up and pointed to it to indicate where you were born, you're probably from Michigan. Hey gang, I'm your host Brian Rollins, and this is episode 189 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. This week, we've got 30 questions all about Michigan trivia. If you're new, welcome aboard. Every week, we offer up new questions on a new topic. This season, we're covering each of the 50 U.S. states. If you're not from the U.S., fear not. We mix in a lot of pop culture questions, along with geography and history. That covers our basics, so why don't we get things started with the Dorky round. Number 1. What Michigan-based company gives us Rice Krispies and Frosted Flakes? Kellogg's. Number 2. Divided by water, what Canadian province comes close to but never quite touches Michigan? Ontario. Number 3. Rapper Eminem starred in what 2002 film set in Michigan? Eight Mile. Number 4. Who was both the host of American Top 40 and was the original voice of Shaggy on Scooby-Doo? Casey Kasem. Number 5. Born in Davison, Michigan, what filmmaker made waves with films like Bowling for Columbine and Fahrenheit 9/11? Michael Moore. Number 6. What Michigan-born director has films like The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and Bram Stoker's Dracula on his resume? Francis Ford Coppola. Number 7. What 1987 movie starred Peter Weller as the titular law enforcement officer in a dystopian Detroit? RoboCop. Number 8. What SNL alum from Michigan paired with Chris Farley in Black Sheep and Tommy Boy? David Spade. Number 9. What Michigan-born actor had to pass on Indiana Jones because the producers of Magnum P.I. would not release him? Tom Selleck. Number 10. What is the largest city in Michigan? Detroit. The Geeky round. Number 1. What actor from Wyandotte, Michigan, was both the $6 Million Man and the Fall Guy? Lee Majors. Number 2. What 5-mile-long suspension bridge connects the upper and lower peninsulas? The Mackinac Bridge. Number 3. What is the capital of Michigan? Lansing. Number 4. What R-rated 1999 comedy was set in the fictional town of East Great Falls, Michigan? American Pie. We never looked at baked goods or flutes the same way again. Number 5. What state borders Michigan's Upper Peninsula? Wisconsin. Number 6. We mentioned Michael Moore earlier. What was his first film? Hint, it takes place in Michigan. Roger and Me. Number 7. What Michigander was one of the original cast members of Saturday Night Live and married Gene Wilder in 1984? Gilda Radner. Number 8. What actor and star of Heart to Heart was listed as a person of interest in the death of Natalie Wood, who he married twice? Robert Wagner. Number 9. What singer was a founding member of the Eagles but would also have solo hits with Smuggler's Blues and The Heat Is On? Glenn Frey, from Detroit. Number 10. Born in Detroit, what retired neurosurgeon ran for president in 2016 but settled for being Secretary of Housing and Urban Development? Ben Carson. While Secretary, he exceeded his office decorating budget by a factor of 6. The Nerdy Round. Number 1. What is the busiest international border crossing in North America? The Ambassador Bridge, connecting Detroit and Windsor, Ontario. Number 2. What Michigan town is known as Cereal City? Battle Creek, Michigan. Number 3. What company, known for Chevrolet, Buick, and Pontiac, lost the top spot as auto manufacturer to Toyota in 2008? General Motors. Number 4. What does the name Michigan mean? In the native Chippewa language, it means large lake. Number 5. Michigan touches how many of the Great Lakes? Four of the 5 Great Lakes. Number 6. What 2 states border Michigan's lower peninsula to the south? Indiana, and Ohio. Number 7. What rock singer from Michigan was born Vincent Damon Furnier, but now uses the name of his old band? Alice Cooper. Number 8. What filmmaker from Royal Oak would direct a number of horror films and superhero movies, including 1990's Darkman? Sam Raimi. Of course, he would direct bigger superhero movies like 3 Spider-Man films and this year's Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Number 9. What's unique about the Michigan zip code 48222? It's the only floating zip code in the U.S. It's for mail to be delivered to ships at port there. Number 10. What televangelist was convicted of fraud and conspiracy charges in 1989? Jim Bakker. He would only serve 5 years on his initial 45-year sentence. And that's all the time we have for Michigan. Want some bonus facts? Michigan has the longest freshwater coastline of any U.S. state. It has the second longest coastline of any state after Alaska. More than 40% of the state is covered in water, more than any other U.S. state. Michigan is home to the highest auto insurance rates in the U.S. Michigan has over 36,000 miles of rivers. And that's it. If you're a Michigander, please let me know what's awesome about your state and what folks need to see when they visit. We'll be back again next week with yet another state. Here's a clue for you. In what state will you find the art installation known as Carhenge? There's a weird one for you. Good luck. If you can't figure it out, don't fret. You'll find out next Wednesday. This has been episode 189 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. The theme music has been by Jason Shaw at Audionautics.com. The show was written, produced, and hosted by me, Brian Rollins. You can find me at thevoicesinmyhead.com. Thanks for listening.